Rugby League's Tri Nations Series, the sport's most prestigious competition. Australia, New Zealand and Great Britain play each other twice, with the top two meeting in a winner-takes-all final. And for the first time in 7 years, the tournament was down under. The opening match saw New Zealand, who won the competition for the first time in 2005, host Australia in Auckland. A very spicy clash set the tone for the most dramatic Tri Nations series ever played.
Scene is set here for another epic battle between these two great rivals. Steve Matai, the new look Matai at that, as we go downstairs now for the pre-match haka. For guessing who is public enemy #1 here tonight. His name, Willie Mason, just for the record, after what we've just seen. Interestingly, Mason to start this one off the bench. Coach Ricky Stewart obviously playing ducks and drakes before the game. They did tell us it would be unchanged. That, of course, is not the case. Hallertau, West Tigers utility. Filling the role at hooker here tonight in this test match. Chet goes up for the Kiwis. Here's Webb, twinkle toes himself. Jones across to Kidwell. And the future South Sydney player goes to ground. Quick play the ball, Nigel Vungana. Everybody asleep. Vungana is so close. And probably has been held up, but everybody for the Australians was caught napping.
Well, they'll go to the top to have a look at this, but go to David Kidwell. Talk about speed off the ground, being able to get the defenders in, then it's a quick play the ball. And one smarter, his involvement already so early in the game, Nigel Vungana, second big play. The first was when it went wide, and he found a kick at the end of it. This one coming out of the acting half. But I don't think we're going to see a green light on this one.
A bold display, but he may well have pinched 4 points here. Here we go, the two video referees, one from either side of the Tasman, they've given it. Well, quite staggering. Nigel Vungana has been given 4 points. The opening try of the series, and the Kiwis will play from in front thanks to benefit of them down. Off the tee, she looks great. Crowd reaction tells the story. He converts the Vungana try. Jones, flat ball, maybe forward, play on's the call. Intercept, what a gift for Thurston. Has he got the pace? Black jumpers coming from everywhere on the Cowboys playmaker, and they've got him thanks to the desperation of Kedwell. Kiwis under pressure here, big pressure. Gasnier beats a couple, still going. Mannering is struggling to put him on the deck.
Well played, Manu Vatava, he made a call.
Lockyer to nobody. Bouncing ball. Maitua, new cap. Another of these could have been Kiwis. 10 metres out. Options left and right. They come the left side. Here's Hodges. Big step, evasive customer, strong customer, tricky customer, looking for the try. Hodges looking to do it himself.
Wait, Simon.
Smith, Thurston, the play the ball was dodgy, we'll come back to that. Here comes the try. They had numbers, and it's Carmichael Hunt out wide in his second test match for Australia, putting the green and golds on the board at Mount Smart. 6 plays, 4, kick to come, 14 gone.
And go all the way back to the break there by Thurston. He was on the, perhaps at first look was an offside position, but he got the ball, he got the pass, and then it became a foot race all the way down. There's Thurston standing on this side. Thank you, and away he goes. But look at the chase coming from Kidwell on the far side. They got down, but they were always under pressure. They were always in all sorts of bother. Manavatave does well when he elects to come in and finds Gaznia in the next ensuing play. But then they shifted, and Hodges, didn't he do some wonderful work in setting this one up? The numbers were there. Carmichael Hunt, 4 points.
Carmichael Hunt getting a try. Of course, the Battle of Brisbane was something he'd rather forget after being stretched off in that one.
The goal kicking of Thurston in this year's State of Origin series was nothing short of sensational.
Thurston, will he squeeze it? Will he? What? He raises the flags. Does the North Queensland attacking genius himself? 6-6 at Mount Smart.
Keep Brendan right.
Head and feet here to the Kangaroos. Here they go once more. Show and go with Greg Inglis. Can play fullback, centre, 5'8", wing, you name it. What a play this kid will do.
But the little 50-50s are starting to take their toll.
Australia from close range once more. They look to set it up with O'Donnell. Captured by Hallertown. Thurston, Lockyer, across to Maitua. Lovely tackle. Soliola around the bootlaces. They come back to right side with Lockyer. Thurston. Where's Hunt? There's Carmichael Hunt. Special K, special kid, special player. He gets a double, and the Aussies hit the front.
I'll tell you what, the Kiwis were lucky on the play previous as well. Justin Hodges just a little too far back when they went wide. If he had been on the shoulder there, Rennie Maitua, they would have scored on the left-hand side. But again, the Broncos combination comes to the fore again. The two-man play, Carmichael Hunt, nice line running.
The expensive game of this Kangaroo side, courtesy of Darren Lockyer. And now the man who's taken over from Andrew Johnson, Jonathan Thurston, coming to the floor.
The former Dally M medalist, and again he has slotted it. So the Kangaroos, 2 converted tries after conceding early. They lead this 12-6, 18 gone at Mount Smart. Gaznia looks to set up King. No, he doesn't. King hits the advertising hoardings, and there's a stink on. Look at him. Look at this. It's spilling over into the in goal. Oh, this is ugly. Cameraman's been taken out. The players, the melee is spilled over towards the running track. Ashley Klein struggling to take control here, but fiery stuff in the series opener.
Well, the crowd roar, but I don't know whether this is required. They go wide with Gaznia and King. And King, who overran the ball, gets a shoulder out of the way. And the referee's got a job to do here, so let's listen in.
Now, King.
First punch is the instigator.
Okay, mate, there's no need for that at all. Ball miles out. Hey, no need to talk. Back away now. Penalty's going to go again. Shoot over here.
I'll tell you what, there's a few players getting a little hot under the collar all of a sudden here at Mount Smart as the Kiwis get the penalty once more. Matt King, it hasn't been a good month for him. Lost a grand final, bagged the ref, got fined $5,000. Now he's been hung out to dry after that.
That's so important now that the Kiwis have found themselves able to find some composure and take advantage of this little opportunity that's been afforded to them. They've got some of the Kangaroos a little miffed, but they now need to be dominant in the next set and finish with some good territory.
They need a repeat set of 6, Peter. That's what they need. They need some football down this other end of the football field. So if they can keep marching their way up here and get a good kick on the end of it, they're a show.
Now with the carry for the Kiwis, former captain himself, Nathan Kalis. Blair. Welcome to Test match football. Former Northland schoolboy. Jones running the show. Boom! Into Siva. He takes the tackle of the big man.
Forget about taking the tackle. He took the hit as well. Bounced out and looked to continue out the back end.
Webb slices the kick. King's got it. Matt King has it under control for the Kangaroos.
Stacey Jones didn't actually want to take that ball to the line because he took himself out of play to kick the last tackle option, and that left it to Webb. And while the kick was a good one, it wasn't high enough. Didn't get a clean shot on it for our attacking wing over there. And Matu Vatuvai, should I say. And King tidies up well for Australia.
Isn't that a nice little contest as well? What a hit! What a hit, David Kidwell. David Kidwell with round 2.
What about the trash talk?
We saw round 1 in the grand final. That was up against Siva. Well, this time, he just took out the guy that had the most to say.
And it looks like it got him right in the ribs too, Ropo. The way Mason's gone down, we'll have a look at he comes in from his blind side. Boom, right on the ball, right on the elbow, which means a ribcage shot for sure. And watch him go down the big guy, Willie, straight to the deck, and he's still there.
Willie Mason, he had plenty to say in the early part of the week. But look who's doing the talking now.
And check out under the eye. As the game goes on, that'll close.
King to Lockyer working the ruck across the back. It's Mason, comes back in for some action. And cops it. Guess who's in there? Kidwell.
Good shot. Soliola led the way, but Kidwell, you're right, Darryl wasn't far away. Lockyer under pressure. Thurston back on the inside. And now Kite. Straight up Main Street. Over the top she goes. And now to Hodges. He's got support. Inglis is chopped down. The Kiwis at 6s and 7s here as Hodges fires the pass. It's been intercepted. But Stacey Jones is a mile offside.
No advantage.
And this will slow the game down with a shot at goal.
Here's the shot from Thurston. It's 3 from 3 off the boot for the man on screen. He adds another 2, and the buffer is now 8 points. 8 before the break. It's the Aussies at 14-6. Much more competitive affair, this one tonight. And you look back to what happened in Brisbane when the Aussies put 50 on the Kiwis. 4 before the break. 8 points the margin. Here's Wiki, the captain, to Jones. Long-time teammates here in Auckland, of course. Kalis plays it back. And now hitting it up is the new kid on the block, Adam Blair. Did not start a game for the Melbourne Storm this year, but got to play in a grand final. Now in a test match. Pritchard, he hits it up. Jerome Rotardi filling in a dummy half now for the Kiwis in the back end of the first half. One more to play here for the NZers as they go to Jones on the kick. He threads the needle towards the end goal. Carmichael Hunt trapped in the corner. Nowhere to go. They pick him up. They drive him back. They tip him up. He loses the ball. And we've got a goal line dropout coming up after all that.
Keep the ruck area tight, okay? Don't hold on too long.
Stacey Jones missed the mid-season test match, of course. Did play against Great Britain in that capitulation against the Lions when the Kiwis were clearly under strength. Here they go. They've got a shot at Australia just before the break, and this is Blair.
What about that kick? 63 metres from Darren Lockyer. Unbelievable.
Not the first time we've seen it either this season. What has been a stellar year for the Brisbane, Queensland and Australian captain as Wiki hits it up and takes him stopping. 14 metres out, they go to Jones at first receiver. Holds up the pass for Pritchard. The Aussies on their own goal line all of a sudden. Jones calling the shots. Passes to nobody. Here goes Gasnier. Has he got the pace? Mannering gives chase. Mannering on Gasnier. He's the only man that can get him. Gasnier's got plenty of pace and will get there. Remarkable. substitute for pace. Just ask Mark Gasnier. He has streeted the field. Mannering gave chase, couldn't get there, and what a crucial try for the Kangaroos. It is 18-6 with half-time almost upon us.
Cruel when the last play seemed to be favouring the Kiwi. The ball from the Kiwi, should I say, from Stacey Jones going wide with no real option runners, no one deep, and the flat pass gets picked up. A valiant effort, valiant. And now Jonathan Thurston spent plenty of time with the Dogs kicking goals in reserve grade. Also spent a bit of time with Ricky Stewart when Stewart was coaching there, some time behind Azamil Masri. Loves this sort of kick.
The back end of his season, of course, with North Queensland plagued by injury, but he is back for the Tri Nations. Off the tee, looks good, curling around, looks great, right over the crossbar. As the siren sounds in the background, the Kiwis, they scored the first try, but since then the Aussies have gone bang, bang, bang. 3 straight tries. They lead by 14. Half-time at Mount Smart, and it's the Kangaroos leading New Zealand 20 points to 6 in game 1 of the Gillette Tri Nations. Hindmarsh. Centre of the ground, 29 out. Berrigan comes the right side. Now the switch, Lockyer across to Thurston. Set move from the Kangaroos, and away it goes. Inglis, and he'll score straight up the middle.
They have persisted all night going back into the centre.
Just check to see whether one of the throws got taken out. So check for instruction marker.
Rehearsed play from the Kangaroos. Ricky Stewart would be pleased. He'll be even more pleased if he gets a green light shortly.
Well, just checking whether or not there's obstruction. But it's a play that they've persisted. We saw it in the first 40. Coming back down the middle. Coming back from where they've just come from.
Oh, yeah. Just keep working, okay? You don't want to give away silly ones like that.
Pulatua here on tackle 1, 10 metres out. They come the blind side. Pritchard, big unit for a second rower, an explosive customer. He plays it back and they come to Jones, at first receiver. Now to Webb, who's chiming in from fullback. A show and go. Comes across to Sayola. He can create something out wide. And now going to ground is Tame Tupo. Side to side it was from New Zealand. Blair looking to bust them straight up the guts. He goes to ground.
Hasn't he looked threatening every time with ball in hand?
Jones across now to Pulatua. He goes to ground, and there's one more to play with here. They need points. They need them now. It comes across to Ropati. He claims the try. He gets the try. And this game is not over, folks. Don't go anywhere. More than 20 minutes to go, and the Kiwis are back in this one on the back of the try to road party at 20 to 10, and there's a sitter of a conversion coming right up in a sec or two. What a try it was.
Sorry, DJ, there's also perhaps a centre, Hindmarsh. He's working overtime, just clocked off for a slight second. This puts him back in the game.
Here's Thurston turning it back for O'Mealy. One ex-Bulldog to a current Bulldog. Cameron Smith, Thurston. Mason hits it up. Mason goes up the middle. Mason reaching out. Wreaking havoc since coming back on. Battered and bruised or not. Here's O'Mealy. There's the try. That should seal it. Mark O'Mealy bulldozes his way. The Bulldog strongman from close close range, and that should seal it for the Kangaroos in this, the series opener. 24-12 with a kick coming up, 13 to go.
Well, they continue to go behind the ruck, and Mason comes from the right-hand side. He gets the ball here from Thurston, goes in behind a couple of his players there for sure, and then charges towards the line. That takes Webb out, and as they get set, Halatau and also Matai are out on this left-hand edge, and look where he goes, the big guy, straight between them. Good body presence, big unit, big frame, squashes it with that big belly.
And Mark O'Mealy, what an enforcer he has been, of course, in recent times for the Bulldogs under Steve Folkes, one of the great dogs of war from the 1980s. And Jonathan Thurston starting a test match for the first time ever here tonight, following the retirement of the incomparable Andrew Johns. Representative retired, that is, of course. Here's the kick. He's just squeezed it in. He adds another 2, and mathematically it becomes so difficult, if not impossible now. The margin out to 14 with 11 to go. Here's Hodges, out wide. 20 up from the goal line, they come back to Carmichael Hunt, first receiver. For and against, of course, need I remind you, gentlemen, so important for this series, as it is every year. What a tackle, what a rib tickler! Big hit from Vatuvai. Play continues, everyone was just gobsmacked with the tackle, and why not? The Kangaroos have got a mission here, they're looking for more points, they are hungry. O'Mealy, he's got a big appetite. He plays it back to Cameron Smith. Lockyer, Thurston over the top in the corner. Greg Inglis on debut, claims 4 points in the corner. He was denied earlier, but again they will check it out upstairs.
Well, have they got it right? Thurston to Inglis, looks spectacular, using the field, the full width. Some spectacular action. Darren Lockyer involved, questioning, did you get it down? The replay will tell us. Takes a high ball out in front. Does his foot touch the line? No. Oh, does so well to stay inside. And great finish.
Well, there's confirmation again. Not for the first time tonight. We have benefit of the doubt. It is a try on debut for the Queensland superstar in the making, Greg Inglis, and it is 30-12. The Thurston kick is waved away for the first time. 3 minutes to go here, and it's Australia at 30 points to 12. So it's purely academic, of course, at this point in time. Jones is still trying. So too Halatau. Up the middle. He goes past Carmichael Hunt. Luckily for the Aussies, Matt Kent was back there to save the day. Looking for the consolation. Try in the final 60 seconds. And in the corner, they claim 4 points through Vatuvai. Once more, they will check the tape. Manu Vatuvai, this rampaging winger, in the corner here, subject to confirmation from high above. And it looks okay for mine on that replay. Again, the 2 men upstairs have conferred. They oblige from the New Zealand point of view. So the Kiwis looking to finish this on a positive note as best they can. The numbers are in the frame here with precious seconds remaining at 30-16 with a kick coming up. Jones from out wide has piloted this one between the uprights. 2 points to count. He converts the try at the death, and that is full time. 5 tries to 3. The Kangaroos start the Tri Nations on a winning note. They get the job done here in Auckland, defeating the current champions, New Zealand, 30 points to 18.
A week later, and Australia, minus a bruised and battered Willie Mason, hosted the Kiwis in Melbourne. The visitors determined to reverse the result from Auckland. It was a cracker.
Australia versus New Zealand, game 2 of the Tri Nations. Darren Lockyer will lead the Australians out, 16th time as captain. What a player. Leading out the Kangaroos in his 32nd test. The Australians will line up across the 40, as they did last Saturday night. Ruben Wickey's out the front. Delivered with all the passion in the world, the New Zealanders tonight. 5 metres inside Kangaroos territory. Wickey, line stood back. Wickey got up a full head of steam. 32 metres away from the line. Merely locked horns again with the New Zealand captain. Now Jones. This time it's back to the right side. Inglis goes up. Inglis loses this one. Offside was Thurston. Another penalty to the Kiwis. And it is 11 metres out from the line.
I like the tactics here. I really do. The quick tap here by Kidwell. He could score.
Kidwell takes a charge straight at them. He's held up in goal by Thurston and O'Donnell. The two Cowboys were called to arms. They have saved a try as the Kangaroos went into a bit of a slumber.
Kiwis with a great opportunity here.
Now Jones, 15 out, inside Wickey. Yet another touch. He's held up 5 metres away from the line by O'Mealy and Sivanasiva. Rapati comes to the left side. Jones first receiver. Nice play for Webb. Webb knocked off his feet by Lockyer. 9 away from the line. Real pressure on the Kangaroos. Jones with it, he's hit hard. Jones is shut down by Luke O'Donnell. And that hurt. Now Rapati. Still comes to the right. Vangana cut out ball there for Harpy. Nice step from Shantae Harpy. He's got in goal. He's held up again. Held up in goal. Just wants to check it with the video referees upstairs.
Well, it's tremendous pressure. They've been over the line twice in a minute.
It's over to Chris Ward and McIntosh. The video referees. Kiwis on the board. They lead by 4 points to 0. This for a 6-0 lead. Stacey Jones, not his best off the boot and across the face. 4-0 the score. 10 metres from the line. Kangaroos trail by 4. Smith. Lockyer. Cut out ball. Gasnier went through the hands. Kings with it. Takes on his man. Got to the corner. In the tackle of Steve Maddai. Corner post went flying. Matt King is very confident that he's got the try.
And this is the advantage of having big, strong wingers. Matt King looks up hoping. I think you're going to be denied.
Sivanasiva. Up he comes inside the 20. You saw the coach's box. Craig Bellamy, part of the coaching staff with the Kangaroo side. The Melbourne coach. Cameron Smith, Thurston. On it comes for Kite. Kite's 11 metres away from the line. Harpy gets hold of the ball. And the drive comes from Nigel Vangana to take him towards the sideline with Kidwell. 11 away from the line. Smith now. Skips out Hindmarsh. Thurston. He finds Lockyer. Lockyer brings Hunt into the play. 10 metres out from the line. Positions King. That time they got the legs over the sideline. They'll have to check it with a video referee. King's not so sure this time. So Matt King looks towards the video screen again. The big screen, no try scrum. Try saver from Vadavai. King is denied. Kangaroos in possession, 28 metres away from the line. Hodges. A few chances for him tonight. Thurston, Lockyer, they build on the right. With the ball goes Inglis. Inglis is straight through. What a try to this 19-year-old superstar. The Kangaroos have their first try of the night. It is 4-all. metres inside the half. Wiki looked to go straight over the top of Berrigan. Maddai's got some troubles right now with the trainer. It's headed his way as well. Jones goes straight through. Pass back for Webb. Webb is 10 metres out from the line. Needed one more man there. Still on for the Kiwis. Jones ready to go again. They get it out. Flick out the back from Mannering. Soliola has scored.
Brilliant.
The Kiwis. Sensational. Live Rugby League on Channel 9 from Melbourne. Hit it up like a front rower there. Got the facial massage from Vangana. He'll get a penalty as well.
Everybody out. Yeah.
And everybody out, the call from referee Klein.
He's a good referee, this bloke, isn't he? I mean, we're now a test and a half match, a match and a half over in this tri-series, and we haven't complained once about him.
O'Donnell plays another penalty here. This is for a leg pull. This is at 8 points to 6. This to lock it up at 8-all. Thurston, 30 out. Thurston is off the upright. Thurston over. That was a little shaky. 2 tries to 1. You've got to remember 2 to New Zealand. Jones's 2 conversion attempts, he did not hit them well. Despite that, he will still be the match winner if the Kiwis can come up with a victory. Their little general, he's not the captain, but he steers them around. Here he is, Jones. Out it comes Maddai. Maddai gets inside the 20. New Zealand's big chance right now. Tackle number 4. Fatavai. Jones. And across. Fa'alongo. Australian defence moved up. Mannering with the ball, offloaded. Back, Fa'alongo. Then for Webb. And it comes out in front of Harpy. Soliola with the ball. Tackled by Thurston and Hodges and Fireday and Inglis. Last tackle now. They go down the short side. There's trouble for Harpy. He needs to offload. He has. Soliola's come up with the ball. Soliola's got his second. Well, they'll check it with a video referee. But Soliola for mine, this young rooster, has put his side in front.
Well, I wonder what he's checking. My doubt was perhaps a forward pass, but the video referee can't check for that.
Here's the decision, and it's time. The Kiwis are in front by 4. There is 14 minutes remaining. This for a 6-point lead. Gus is out getting his eyes checked. Jones is successful. It is 14 points to 8. The Kiwis lead the Kangaroos in front of a crowd of 30,000. Lockyer at lock for the scrum. Thurston with the ball. Gasnier looking dangerous for the Kangaroos. Vangana. Great tackle. Got him blindsided there. Quick play the ball. Hodges with it. Thurston. On they come for Tupou. Still Cameron Smith waits on the sideline. He gets on now. Berrigan off. Smith sprints back on. Hodges. Kiwis lead by 6. Thurston. Lockyer. Carmichael Hunt. Here goes Hunt. Hunt is over. For the Kangaroos. They're going to check it with a video ref again.
Well, they're looking for obstruction. But this is the first time in the second half that Australia have actually shown some formation with the ball, and they've prized open the Kiwis easily. They're looking for Sam Fireday, interference there, as to whether or not he takes the player out, and that's the gap that Hunt goes through. Now, I'm not sure that the Kiwi defender did all in his power to continue on with the defence.
Decision, no try. It's still 14 points to 8. Look at the Kiwis on the crowd.
They've gone up as 1.
They're doing their own haka. Now 19 metres from the line. Wiki sends them to centre field. They may also also think Webb for the shot at field goal. He's standing back behind the 20. New Zealand keep attacking. They are 5 metres from the line. Dummy half is Fayalongo. Do you want a back rower at dummy half in this situation? Gets it back for Jones. Field goal is successful. Kiwis are in front by 7. They lead by 7 with 8 to go. Explain it in a hurry. King knocked it back onto Carmichael Hunt and then regathered from a position behind where Carmichael Hunt touched it, so he wasn't offside. Inglis out wide. Away goes Inglis. Webb getting across. Look at him go. Greg Inglis has got to get there. That is super play yet again from the freak. Greg Inglis, absolutely superb, with the speed that would win a golden slipper.
He's a superstar. He's a superstar. No doubt about it. He's trying the first half.
Thurston from in front, successful. This is what we wanted. This is what we're going to get. 1 point ball game, 4 remaining. 45 metres out from the line. Cameron Smith. Thurston's with the ball. Props off the right foot. Tackled there by Wiki. 3.5 minutes remaining at the Telstra Dome. Test Rugby League in Melbourne. And the Mexicans, they love it. They can't get enough of it. Vungana makes the tackle on Smith. 30 metres from the line. Thurston, Lockyer. Australian chant goes up. Carmichael Hunt explodes onto the ball. Gets it to Gaznia. Gaznia's over for a sensational try. Yet again, the crowd has erupted here in Melbourne. And the Kiwis, it's as if they have had their hearts ripped out. It is 18 points to 15. What about that? What about that, Gus Gould?
Well, I told you, it was Queenslander to Queenslander to Queenslander, but then a blue had to finish it off.
Thurston to put the Kangaroos in front by 5. 18 points to 15 right now. Here goes JT. Jonathan Thurston has got it. 20 points to 15. Stand by for the short kickoff. 90 seconds remaining. Smith. Centrefield. Thurston. Off then for Kite. They're in slow motion. Kite takes the two-man tackle, but again he locks up the ball. They'll run it a little closer to the touchline on this play. And now straight through goes Ryan and tackled from behind. The ball over the sidelines to play here. Cameron Smith, he kicks it deep. Vadavai goes back, loses the ball. So it's not caught on the full. It'll be a line dropout. And now they need the miracle of all miracles. Well, they have to get all back onside, Gus. They can't take a quick dropout. Here it goes. The line dropout. They go deep. I have no idea what that was about. Fielded by Lockyer. Simona Siva will run it back. He will jog it back. And you have just witnessed a famous victory by the Kangaroos. A match that they have absolutely stolen. But it was done with sublime skill of Inglis, of Gaznia. 2 tries in the final 4 minutes. Over 30,000 fans here at the Telstra Dome have witnessed a supreme contest tonight and a 20 points to 15 victory to the Kangaroos.
Mark Gaznia, have you ever scored a more important try?
I don't think so, Matty. I think, full credit to us, we probably didn't play our best football, compared to last week, but we hung in there with our defence and, we come back.
You guys want to talk about that first 20 minutes when these Kiwis are ferocious. Did that rattle us a little bit?
I wouldn't say rattle us, but we probably played into their hands a little bit. We knew they were going to come out like that, especially after what was said and stuff like that, so we probably didn't combat it our best, but we got away with the win.
Get to sit back now for a couple of weeks and wait for the Pommies.
Yeah, wait for the Pommies, and they're a quality team. I think it's a quality try series, so it'll be fun ahead.
Captain of the New Zealand side, mate, you must have been proud of your boys' performance tonight.
Yeah, we improved from last week, Bo, and went right down to the wire. you just can't go to sleep against the Aussie boys. You know, Lockie was sensational again. But all credit to our boys, we're getting better each week.
Now, you won the trophy last year, 2005. Is there similar expectation from you guys inside the camp? You can take this one out?
I think so. You know, we're just we're not worried about last year. It's a new competition, and you know, as you can tell with the last 2 games, the excitement and everything that goes with it, it's unbelievable.
Great Britain's opening fixture was in Christchurch. Victory for the tourists would mean almost certain elimination for the Kiwis.
Brian Noble, cool customer, former Yorkshire policeman, now of course entrenched as the Great Britain coach. We see the Lions in a huddle, so much pressure, as I say, on them. We've seen them win before. 6 of their last 7 games against the Kiwis have been successful. But away from England, it has been a different story.
Well, a huge responsibility there on the man behind Brian Noble, Jamie Peacock. One is certainly not shy. He's very forthright in his opinions and being quite clear. If this is a football side, yes, they may be the underdogs, but they'll go out and they'll back themselves and they'll have a crack. There's some fiery characters in their pack, but they've got to get up. They've got to be able to match what's coming at them in the form of the black and whites, because they've got a huge amount of confidence about what's around them.
The majority of this Great Britain side comprising of players from 2 clubs, namely St Helens and Leeds. Saints, of course, cleaning up with all the silverware on offer as Jamie Peacock leads out the Lions onto Jade Stadium, and the Brits certainly have a sprinkling of support here at this famous arena.
Sometimes, Costo, when we think of the skills and the size of these English players of teams gone past, we think of the silky skills of the halves. But this English pack, it is massive. You think New Zealand's big and Australia are big out wide. This team is big across the park. And if they're not big in stature, they're big and robust. Carney on the wing, for instance, good power. As Ruben Wiki leads them out, and the crowd roar. Stacey Jones, last week we saw a touch of magic from him. And let's hope it's the start of something new. People have been waiting to see Stacey play all year after not being with the Warriors. They get a taste of his running game last week. The back row for mine, the workaholic. Who's going to do the work? Pritchard, Kidwell, that man on screen.
Kiwis running from left to right.
Okay,
the Lions to receive the football. Here at Jade. Time on, says the referee. We're underway. Game 3 of the Tri Nations. Big game for New Zealand tonight, looking for their first win in the tournament.
Marcus square.
And playing the football, Adrian Morley. And now they come across now this British lineup tonight, looking to make an impression. Paul Wellens plays it back, and the Lions now with Stuart Fielding, of course, part of that world record transfer fee during the season, going to Wigan from Bradford. Here's the penalty, the first one of the game. This is Jamie Peacock, the Great Britain captain from the Leeds Rhinos. He plays it back and now heading it up for the Lions. They're about 39 metres out from the New Zealand try line. Adrian Morley rises to play the football. They go the right side, and the Lions now looking for a chink in the armour and going nowhere. This is Sean O'Loughlin. He's in reverse, but somehow he got the ball away, but it was illegal. It was after the event. He was told to play the football. Well, the lock forward has just been given the explanatory notes from the referee. They are gobsmacked, the visitors. What a shot, Adrian Morley! It's one of the bad boys of international footy with a big shot, and now there's a stink on. Morley in his comeback game in the thick of it. Who else but Adrian Morley?
I tell you what, he did not miss either. Ruben Wiki quick to his feet, which is a good sign, goes up and gives him a pat. We'll have a listen in.
Okay, we've got you on the high shot, okay? Up around the neck, it's on report.
It's fullback.
What? Move! Make it back out there.
Senior. I can recall seeing him in the flesh back in the mid-1990s at the McAlpine Stadium in Huddersfield. He's certainly kicked on since then. Veteran campaigner in the centres for Brian Noble nowadays. Newton plays it back. Sean Long running the show. He comes across here to Ellis. Struggling to come through the other side. Flat ball to Morley. That's okay, though. On report, if you joined us late, Adrian Morley, and getting a penalty for his side here. What a piggyback this is.
Good play, Morley. Came from a long way back and attacked in behind the ruck. Got a good short ball. And then, when grasped in the tackle, seems to have got up and freed himself.
Man of Steel winner back in 2000. Has it set 29 metres out from goal. He has nailed it. First points in the test match to the visitors here at Jade Stadium. Long raising the flags, 13 gone. It's the Lions at 2-0.
Good strike.
James Roby scheming, keeping the ball alive for the Lions. They go straight up the middle. One more tackle here for the Lions. Sean Long forced to pass. Maguire floats it. Gleeson, there's an overlap. Now a kick. Centralising play. But Brett Webb reads the play beautifully well. And he's got some pace. Can he go all the way? Here's the test. It's no test. Brett Webb, Aussie-born Kiwi, will score the first try of the test match in Christchurch. He salutes the fans. The Mad Butcher is on his feet. So too the supporters. The ones wearing black, that is.
Well, Great Britain decide to run it on the last. And they go wide to the right-hand side, and then the kick comes in. Now you watch Webb here. He'll get a good fend on Carney. Now Brian Carney's a speedster, but one of the English will get in his road. I think it's Long. Have a look there. He had to hop and skip him as Long tried to make the tackle, and that brought about 4 or 5 metres extra for Webb. And from there, well, too good, too fast.
Well, we saw some specials down the other end with Leon Price and Sean Long, but Webby responds with more. But it is about Long getting in the way there of Carney. That certainly obstructs. It makes it difficult for the speeds to be able to catch him. He possibly could very well have got Webby. A wonderful try.
And now Stacey Jones, leading all-time scorer. Most points in Tri Nations, that is. An injury-interrupted season with the Catalan Dragons in the south of France. The back on the test stage from close range. He could throw it over. Up go the flags. Up go the bench. Numbers in the frame. Jones converting the Webb try. 11 before the break. It's 6-2 to the Kiwis.
Stay in, out.
And now the Lions with Gleeson to Carney. He centralises play. The Irishman not sure where to go. Hint of obstruction. It was so close to a penalty. Listen to the booing, the heckling from the fans at Jade. Play on's the call. They spread it now, the Lions. Long over the top she goes. It comes to Price. He cuts back infield. He flicks it out the back. They keep it going. Here's Wellens. Beautiful football. Beautiful attacking football from the Pommies in Christchurch.
And put beautiful balance there by the number one as well, Paul Wellens, to be able to take the ball, spin around, half foot through motion, going through the 360. Nice play.
Maguire looking to set it up out wide. Gleeson probing for a hole. Takes on Vatuvei. He's bitten off too much. He finds touch. There was too much defence there, but enterprising rugby league from the Great Britain Lions.
They went from side to side, and you wonder whether the Kiwis had gone to sleep for the last couple of minutes. Hurt them bad last week. They just get out of this. Tell me that's not a shepherd. Brian Carney going in behind once again, and then the offload. And boy, it opened up here. And you watch Tame Tupou come in, and he has to. Nigel's caught in midfield. And this big ball over the top as Price will bring it back in. It was stacks on the mill and all hands on the pump for sure. Wellens did so well.
Brian Noble, some encouraging signs for the Great Britain coach, but after 40 minutes in their first game in the series, they are triallers. Wellens with the restart. He's opposite with the catch. And now Nathan Kalis put away on tackle one. Wiki, the man they call Jake the Muss. What a competitor he has been for Canberra, the Warriors, New Zealand for so many years. Now to Jones, they keep it going. Bunganar, he takes the tackle. They come back the open side now. Kidwell, one off the ruck, goes to Jones. Now to Webb, the run around Jones. Lovely play, good stuff. It's building for the Kiwis. Back to Jones, and now Webb looking for a double. He's very close. 3 metres out.
Great tackle, senior.
Battle stations for the Lions. Jones under pressure. Was Maguire offside? No, says the referee. Road Party looking to slice through. They're offside, says the referee. Great Britain, not back the 10, not back on the goal line. 6 more coming up. It's a tap and go for Motutoni. Charging towards the goal line. Nathan Kalis, tackle 1, just short. Motutoni burrowing from close range is held up.
Tackle 2.
Had a stab, has been denied. The whole utility and former Warrior will have to come back and play it here on the 10-metre line. Still 4 tackles to play with for the men in black. Looking to extend their lead. A low-scoring affair as Jones considers his options. He goes to Webb. Now there's an overlap perhaps. Vangana is stopped. Big pressure on the Lions out wide.
Again, senior with a tackle.
They come back to Jones at first receiver. He holds up the pass. Road Party. And now Motutoni has got there. Did he get it down? You betcha. Motutoni back in the Kiwi test jumper. Back from the north of England. He comes up with New Zealand's second try. And the Kiwis hit double figures at Jade.
Wonderful stuff, Motutoni. If there's a word that describes his performance here tonight, it's been one of persistence.
Another 2 points to the cause for New Zealand. They lead this 12-2 against the Lions. Well, this was always going to be such a defining series for Sean Long. We've seen him deliver time and time again for St Helens, but this is the big test here on the world stage.
Well, the test that was spoken about in the opening quarter of this game and raised by Steve Price was the fact that this game was going to be about territory, and who dominated could very well find themselves at the right end of the scoreboard. We just saw the stats there suggesting the Kiwis, they've certainly ground out this game. They've stayed in the grind, they've stayed in the arm wrestle, and been able to find some points on the back end of it.
The kick's been charged down. Jones looking for it. Was that offside? No, 6 to go. Here's Webb playing to the whistle. Keeps it going. Here we go. A try to New Zealand out of nothing. But they will check the tape. I've got my suspicions. Celebrations around Jade. New Zealand claiming their 3rd try of the night. Another contentious call. They've given it. It's a try. Simpkins points to the spot, and the Kiwis head for their first game, first win, I beg your pardon, in this series. A touch and go call it was. They give the 4 points.
And boy, that man Webb again, he is in everything doing, scoring points and saving them. This time he's involved in the last play and the last pass. You have a look at this pass. He takes the players on, goes between 2. No Soliola's there. Carney tries to stop him, and Soliola gets that big right mitt, Michael Jordan style I said last week, and just plants it.
DJ, a little critical of the first 40 minutes of the Kiwis, but they've got themselves in this arm wrestle, and they've played the territory, and they've been patient, and they've come up with opportunities that have gone their way.
There's the angle. There's the kick. He's nailed it. Another 2 points in the bank for the men in black. And they are coasting now at 18-2 with 11 to go. Peacock, the captain, looking to inspire his side. He keeps it going. The Lions still going, pushing these passes. And
he's been good, created some spark.
He plays it back. Gleeson, a nothing pass, almost a fumble. Phelan had to settle himself. He lashes out at a couple of would-be defenders, and now Gleeson. Gleeson looks to set up Carney in the corner. Carney, this pocket battleship, is trapped down by Jones. 5 metres out. New Zealand on their own goal line. Maguire at first receiver. Look at the hole. Now there's a kick. Here's a chase. Will they get the bounce? Yes, they do. Wellens scampers across, and the Lions get their first try of the tournament. Great Britain with some hope. The flame still flickers here. 18-6 with a kick to come.
Brilliant play. Love it. Nice little kicking game. Great Britain are good at this.
They have converted the try. Long doing the honours. So it's 18 points to 8 with 5 to go. And here we go again, fellas. Here's Kidwell. Family and friends, no doubt, in the crowd here tonight. Local boy come good. The Kiwis now, with less than 2 to go, poised to open their account in this series. Here's Fiend going to Ropati. Ropati takes them on. Senior's there, makes the tackle. Wiki still toiling away with 90 seconds to go. Fiend looking for runners, goes himself. His second test match. One-time Queensland Origin player, of course. Jones with the kick. Wellens is there to clean up. Good mop-up operation at the back from Paul Wellens.
Does well. Stacey Jones squeezing the ball through the line. Very narrow gap. And Wellens had a good game at the back for Great Britain. And Carney. Get a hand on him, someone. He's difficult.
Wellens certainly among the best of the British here tonight as they keep trying at the death. Maguire almost running out of real estate. Came up with a juggle. Now he takes the tackle. Just over 30 seconds to go here. Great Britain, they'd love to crack the try line for another consolation 4-pointer. Long, chipping over the top. Will he get the bounce? Will he? What? Great play from the number 7. He goes to Price. Price for the line, back in field. They keep it going. The Lions will get the consolation. What a prize it is. Spectacular try. Gareth Ellis planting the football over the line. Great Britain, subject to confirmation, have their second try of the test match.
He's checking for an obstruction out wide. And while it won't affect the result of the game, points for and against, the only beneficiary. Long did so well. Nice challenge. That pass looked all right. Happy with that. Price, he'll step in. And Senior, well, Whakanar's probably decided to tackle the player and made his own decision. Perfect little chip. Love watching this. Great skill. Watch the bounce. Pick up. Left-hand take. Nice work. Links with Price. Brilliant to watch.
Two St Helens players combining before Ellis got across the stripe, checking for obstruction. But you get the impression we're going to have a green light here. Here we go. From high above, they give the approval, the stamp of approval. The Lions, with their second 4-pointer of the night, get it back to a 6-point ball game with a kick coming up here. The conversion attempt has been successful. Ellis's try being converted. We won't have time for a restart. The Kiwis can celebrate. We have full time. Game 3 of the Gillette Tri Nations. New Zealand, the Crisco Kiwis chalk up their first win of the tournament. They snap a 4-game losing streak on the world stage. And they defeat the Lions 18 points to 14 here in Christchurch.
New Zealand's third game and first win. Now the pressure was all on the Brits, who would play Australia in Sydney in a week's time. Great Britain run out at Aussie Stadium knowing very few people outside of their camp truly believed they could shock the powerful, confident and unbeaten host nation. But they had been boosted by the news that the Kiwis had been docked 2 points for playing the ineligible Nathan Fine in Christchurch. That meant both sides were back to naught, with the New Zealanders also losing all the points they scored in the game.
Aussie coach Ricky Stewart makes 4 changes to the side, which has already recorded 2 wins over New Zealand. Tate, Lyon and Hornby come in the back lineup, and Willie Mason returns after suffering concussion following his confrontation with the Kiwis' David Kidwell. Great interest in former St Helens centre Jamie Lyon, the leading point scorer in the British Super League last season and playing his first game in a green and gold jersey for 3 years. Ashley Klein, an Australian by birth but a Super League referee by profession, gets us underway then from the Aussie Stadium. 136 tests this tradition stretches back, and well, tonight Australians might well be the favourites, but over the years the underdog has often produced 1 or 2 surprises. I have alongside me former Lee St Helens Wigan coach Ian Millward, now with the North Queensland Cowboys. Ian, how do you see this one going?
Well, it's a night of credibility for Great Britain, but it's also a night for Australia to show the skill and flair that they've talked about during the week. I've never seen a game with so much talk going into it, Ray, so let's have a look at the outcome, eh?
Well, it's not just been talk. There's really been a lot of pommy bashing, hasn't there? You know, we've had poor old Leon Price slammed for his preference of the Blackpool Beaches. You know, will that have any effect?
Well, I think at the end of the day, Ray, if you want to open your mouth, you've got to back it up with action. And now tonight we're going to see which team has the action and the skill.
Well, there is one. Brian Carney, number 2, the wingman, and Leon Price, number 6, already in the action at the acting half-back position. Keith Senior, who had a great defensive stint over there in Christchurch last week. 25 tackles in the centre. Gareth Rayner coming in for only his second test match. Newton. Jamie Peacock moved up into his front row position tonight.
Well, it's a lot of he's been playing in Super League the last 2 years. Brian Noble's known to favour him in the front row, give his team a little bit more mobility. The key to this game also, Ray, how do Australia play? Do they play the way Brian Noble likes to play, up the middle and be patient, or they show a bit of flair? I feel they're going to show a bit of flair here tonight to beat Australia.
Well, I think they've brought in 1 or 2 quicker men. John Wilkins come in to give a little bit more movement down the outside. But here at Australia now with Nathan Hindmarsh driving it in there. Both sides just testing themselves out in these opening couple of minutes. Lockyer slips it inside to Luke O'Donnell. Again, he'll be one of your players, Ian, won't he, Luke O'Donnell?
Yeah, Luke O'Donnell's had an outstanding series. His defence has been outstanding. It hasn't been just defence, it's been crunching defence. Is this a great kick by Lockyer?
No.
No, it's going to go dead.
Well judged there by the Hull FC wingman, Gareth Rayner. The weather quite blustery here in Sydney, lacking the usual warmth we can expect in November here down under. Oh, and a good grapple there between
See, this is what I mean, Ray. If you want to run one out, you're easy pick, and there'll be 3 in the tackle. And here's Newton's got a break.
Beautiful. Good play. Gareth Hock on the outside there.
It's a fighting back play, Ray.
Oh, terrific punch up here between Peacock and Willie Mason. Well, I must say, Mason was giving a lot of the verbals towards Stuart Fielden earlier on. Not nice to see, but certainly this Great Britain captain, Jamie Peacock, he will not back down. And neither will that big man either. There we see it. Mason started it all.
Ray, that's got to be one of the best right arm punches I've seen in a long time. Stuart Fielden's talked the talk. Mason said, let's get the act. And he's pumped up.
Well, he may have floored him, but quite frankly, he might be on his way. Remember, Adrian Morley was off after 12 seconds against Australia a couple of years ago. This requires guts to me now from Ashley Klein.
Ray, he will not get sent off. If he's sent off, it's injustice. It should be probably 10 minutes in the bin, that's all. You know, it's a punch, get on with it.
Okay, you got that, Willie. Don't take it into your own hands. It's going against you. It's coming down, Darren. All right.
Well, he's just giving a penalty. Peacock surging forward. 30 metres out from that line. Long again. Short pass. Fielded, but smashed back there by the big number 8, Mark O'Mealy. Long, little chip over the top. Race to the corner for Rayner. Now then, Sean Long is flat on the floor. He was taken out after the tackle. Oh, just look at that eye. That's a bad one. That's a nasty one.
Well, I think we're going to look at two things here, Ray. First of all, Stuart Fielden is in another planet. That early hit has caused him problems. This. Now we're going to look at the tackle on Long.
That's thuggery. I'm sorry, that's thuggery from Mason. Roby. Morley. Roby again. Likes to run from the acting half-back position. Causes a lot of problems. Wellens. Long. Leon Price. Nice switch inside to Senior. Good running from Senior. Still Roby. To Wellens. Wellens going for the line. Just a metre short. Great Britain 0. And Darren Lockyer to take the kicks. A little bit of concern as to who would take the kicks when I was speaking with him last night, whether Jamie Lyon would take them or even Mark Gasnier. But here is the skipper for the first 2-pointer. Roby to Hock. Oh, he's lost it. Australia have got possession now then. This is a very dangerous time for Great Britain. Hindmarsh. Great Britain rocked, rattled by that long distance try. They've got to hold on here. Tupu. Hornby. Lockyer. Good pass. Out to Hunt. Good play. Good covering though by Leon Price. 2 tacklers remaining. Great Britain hanging in here. Lockyer again, controlling in midfield. Sivoni Seva. Hornby. Nice little dab of a kick. And the cameraman goes down again. Well, they'll get a good shot. Interested in that neck brace on Brent Tate. Quite a few of the Aussie players.
If you look at the kicking in goal here, he hit coming up hard. Oh, scattered him.
Didn't take it yet.
Price. Ellis. This Australian defence very firm, very strong around this play the ball area. 1, 2, 3 men out, really crowding it. Long. Good running by Long. He's going for the corner. Can he go himself? He gets into Paul Wellens. Oh, and that's a great try for Great Britain. A St Helens combination sees Paul Wellens, the player of the season back in England, register the first 4-pointer. 36 minutes gone, and Great Britain strike.
This is all built from a penalty. And here we've got a wide shift along. He shows the ball. They come out of the line. Jamie Lyon. Sean Long finds Wellens. The St Helens connection. It's been working these last few minutes. Here we go again. Shows the pass. Takes the run. He's got blokes inside, outside. Finds Wellens. Ever present. Fantastic try.
And the bruised and battered Sean Long to take the conversion attempt. Not the most difficult of kicks, but a lot of pressure on this Great Britain halfback. A lot of tension around this famous stadium. But it's there, all square, 6 apiece. 3 minutes remaining in this half, and delight for those young ladies in the Great Britain jerseys. Roby. Straight down Hunt's throat, I'm afraid, but Roby following up into the tackle. But the ball has been given to the green and gold. Good tackle. Lyon. Hindmarsh. 2, 3, 4 Great Britain defenders flooding across there. They've got to move across this pitch. Smith. O'Donnell. Lockyer again. Oh, terrific burst! Terrific burst there by Kite. Good recovery. Keith Senior. Still Australia on the attack. Oh, just manages to get it away. Good defending there from Lee Gilmore.
They go down the short side here, Australia. They're looking for a repeat set. They turn Gilmore around and he bats it out.
Oh, wait. Hang on.
Leon Price there to Yeaman. Yeaman, he's a powerful lad. Driving in there, just 3 metres now from this Australian line. Price. Long again, enjoying himself in midfield. Having one of his best games, I think, in a Great Britain shirt. Roby, short pass. Here now, Peacock driving in. Has he got it over? I think he's got it down. I think the Great Britain captain has got it down. He gave a nod back to his teammates. And have Great Britain taken a sensational lead here in the opening minutes?
Well, if you look at here, he's got 3 on his back. His legs are pumping. He's powering. Peacock thinks he got the ball down.
It's there.
And it looks like he has. I think we're going to have to look at the end on Ray. Did he lose it and regain it? Video decision pending. Here it comes.
And this could be a vital decision for Great Britain's chances. It's a try. Benefit of the doubt. Oh, and the Great Britain fans are going wild. And that man doesn't like it, does he? Big Willie Mason. But those lads do.
Long kicks the goal. We've got a test match here, Ray. 12 points to 6.
O'Mealy on the charge. Met forcibly by Gareth Ellis. But Australia hitting back now. 49 minutes gone. Smith. Sivoni Saver. Ellis again and Senior getting through another heavy stint of tackling is the Leeds Rhinos centre, Keith Senior. But here is Lockyer, the man who's... Mason dropped it. That was a try-scoring pass.
Well, Ray, he was looking at his name in the paper. He was looking at everything except catching the ball and scoring.
Lockyer again. Berrigan, good ball. Now then, he's got Lockyer inside him here, and he's got Wellens facing him. And there is Darren Lockyer, the man who brings Australia back into contention. The skipper supreme. Beautiful hands, beautiful running, and then there in support for the final pass. 52 minutes gone. 12-10 for Great Britain, but conversion to come.
The last 10 minutes you've seen Lockyer at his best. They find space out on the outside. Inglis has got too much speed, but he needs Lockyer. Lockyer has been sensational the last 13 minutes after half-time. A captain's knock. Berrigan drags 2 in, gives Inglis space. Wellens, he's on a lot of pressure here. He's got to take the man with the ball, but he's buying time so Lockyer can out-sprint Senior. And he's been sensational. The skipper's knock has proved sensational for Australia. Try. Back on even Stevens.
Australia 12. Great Britain 12. 27 minutes remaining. Wilkin moved into the loose forward position here on his debut. Gilmore looks to be fit again. Roby. Adrian Morley. Peacock. Oh, well, you could see the Australian substitute Cameron Smith hovering around there again, Ian. There was no need to push the ball back.
No, there wasn't. It's just not a misunderstanding, but I'm not understanding what's needed now by the team to get out of their half.
Sivoni Saber wants a quick play the ball. Smith again to Mason. Good pass out to Lockyer. Just came off.
Tackle recount. Should have restarted there. Come off an English player.
But I don't think there was any movement to play the ball there, Ian.
No, he's not going to restart it. It's the last tackle.
Using the blind side. Lockyer again. Oh, Wellens has slipped. This must be a try. Now then, he's not scored. Who came up with the ball? Wilkin comes away with the ball. Now then, controversy
we got to watch the replay here. They'll look to see if they're all onside. They are all onside. I can assure you that. This is great game sense. Viewing, having a look. Wellens is going for the corner. He's turned and he's slipped. There's two players. Which one's going to score? The ball keeps on bouncing. Does he get it down?
He doesn't. No, he doesn't. Ben Hornby doesn't get the ball down because Gareth Rayner seems to come in.
Here we go. He's a kamikaze pilot, Rayner. Watch the way he comes in. Does it come off his foot? Does it come off his foot? Does it go back?
It goes back. He doesn't get it down.
Video ref decision.
No try.
Is he all right?
Gareth Rayner looking to put a little bit of pace in there at the acting half-back position. Makes about 6 metres. Morley. Long. Price. Gilmore going through. He scored. Lee Gilmore coming in at the angle. Straight through off the reverse pass. Superb effort. No hesitation from the referee. Delight all round for Great Britain. And they're back in the lead. 16 points to 12. Sean Long then with the conversion attempt. He maintains his accuracy. 3 out of 3 tonight. 18-12 Great Britain now lead.
Sean.
Still a long time to go when any side is playing Australia. Just less than 13 minutes remaining and Great Britain will certainly want some more points to consider the chances of getting a win. And what a win it would be here at this famous Aussie Stadium. Here is Ellis now. A win here tonight would put Great Britain into the prime position for the final. Just one more win would do it. Yemen. And again, that's a penalty. And surely they should be going for goal. Good, strong, bullocking burst from Yemen. Great Britain must go for the 2 points here, Ian.
They will go for the 2 points. Every player on the field pointed at the goal, and Sean Long will take it.
He's missed it. He's missed it. 10 minutes remaining. Still only 6 points the difference. And that is the result of pressure. Roby. Good short ball there to Wilkin. Newton. Wouldn't surprise me if they're even thinking of a drop goal. He is. Oh, just to the right of the post. Well,
I think it's a great idea, Ray.
Sensible decision.
He breaks the game away. He makes really Australia have to say, you've got to score twice to win this game.
Get it in, out.
Australia then in possession. Lockyer, the man who is running the show at the moment. Jamie Lyon, can he go through? No, he can't. Good tackle there by Sean Long out wide. Still Australia, Lockyer to Berrigan. 5 metres now. A tense Ricky Stewart up there in the box. Good tackle. Terrific tackle from Adrian Morley. Stop Lockyer there in his tracks. Still Australia coming in here now with Smith. Long pass out wide to Willie Mason. They're getting it out wide here now. Here's a chance in the corner. Leon Price has stopped him. 2 tacklers remaining. Less than 5 minutes remaining here. Willie Mason again. Australia shuffling it about. Simone Seaver evades the tackle. Sean Long. Can he pick the ball up? Yes, he does. Can he run the length of the field? He's got support. Oh, terrific run here now from James Roby. Wonderful play from Great Britain. Can they keep the momentum going? Long to Terry Newton, to Gareth Ellis. Long ball out wide to Wellens. Wellens out to Kurt Yeaman. To Rayner, he's in at the corner. Oh, a fantastic try. Wonderful hit back from Great Britain, and surely they have won this game with 3 minutes remaining. The British fans are going wild. Sean Long and Price can hardly get a gasp, but Great Britain surely have won this test match.
Long comes in and kicks it. He goes off the ball here now. And this is fantastic work by Roby to find him here now. But the composure after they lose the ball here. They've got Australia out their feet. How do they handle it? They don't panic. They put the ball through their hands. They eliminate defenders. The long ball to Yeaman. Yeaman to Raymond. He goes low and he scores a fantastic try.
Sean Long with the kick. Oh, it's hit the upright. Hit the upright. 22-12 for Great Britain. 2 minutes remaining. Long then, looking for the coup de grace with a drop goal. He's got it. Oh, tremendous drop goal attempt there from Sean Long. Some people have said he's never revealed his true club form at test level. Well, just look at this. He has tonight a 1-pointer from Long.
A quite sensational victory, and suddenly Great Britain's chances of making the Tri Nations final were well and truly alive. All they had to do now was avoid defeat in one of their remaining 2 group matches, starting with the Kiwis in 7 days' time. Two late injury setbacks meant no Brian Carney or Sean O'Loughlin for the Lions, but the side was still determined to get the job done at the Cake Tin in Wellington.
So Jamie Peacock leads out the Lions out onto the Cake Tin as the fireworks go off here in the capital. Perhaps a sign of things to come here tonight.
Kiwis coming out of their red zone.
And this will help. Talk about firing up the contest. All hell has broken loose over almost nothing.
Keep an eye on that man in the middle, Keith Senior. Not shy in coming forward if there's half an opportunity. Steve Matai perhaps guilty of throwing.
Get out of it. Brent. In there as well. Okay, come on, mate. Hey, you can both.
Oh, this is ugly. This is ridiculous. We've got the referee and the 2 touch judges.
Yeah.
Well, this is mayhem. absolute mayhem at the Cake Tin.
Costo, this goes back to when the Kiwis were on attack further down the field, and Leon Price and Peacock had a crack at Steve Matai. Steve Matai took exception to it.
Where's the 5? Over here, mate. Okay, you've come running in. The second one started there as well. You can have a rest. Go. Go away.
Well, Steve Matai has got 10 in the bed here, and he may not be by himself. Keith Senior says, I've got your number.
Well, it was all over. You'll call over to give a caution as well, okay? You want to respond again? Not listen to what any instruction you're going to do.
He's gone as well.
I'll tell you what, keep these two apart on the sideline, otherwise we could see a Dowling Tomedy incident all over again.
New Zealand surging towards the goal line here. Anxious moments for Great Britain.
A nice carry, David Farlongo.
He plays it back. Vanganar caught everybody napping and will steal a try, or will he not? Yes, he does. He hustled, he bustled, he got there. He refused to submit. He wriggled his way across the line and he planted the football. Celebrations here, but they go upstairs to check it out.
He has got a nifty way of finding the line, this man. Unconventional in many matters.
Two video referees here, Graham West from Australia, Grant Wallace here from New Zealand. They concur.
You hit the button, Ropo, the run from Farlongo. It was special.
And now Jones from close range. He's got it all right. He converts the try scored by Nigel Vanganar. 12 gone at the Cake Tin. It's the Kiwis at 6-0 over the Brits. Vartuvai, dummy half, hands it to Jones, back to Vanganar. Head down, bum up. 10 metres out. 6-0 the score. The Kiwis needing to win. A sudden death as Jones promotes the football and Brad will score. Beautiful rugby league in the capital, and the Kiwis get their second try of the night. Is it any wonder the fans are excited here in Wellington? 16 gone. New Zealand hit double figures. Gareth Ellis putting his pedal to the metal. Centre of the ground, Newton trying to create something with the help of Long. He is wrapped up by Mannering. Fifth and final has been signalled by Simpkins. Newton goes to Price, and he keeps it going. Maguire, the Lions running the football on the last. Now Maguire, he goes to the heavens. He kicks for Senior. So we're back to 13 on 13. Big mistake by Vartuvai. What a shocking error. He's been caught out yet again. He's looking for somewhere to dig a hole at the Cake Tin. He has fluffed it big time, and the Lions get their first try of the Test match.
What I find interesting, though, Keith Senior back into the game, coming out of the sin bin. Steve Matai was still on the phone sideline.
Out with Jones turning it back to Farlongo. Newton's there to chop him down. Vanganar to Jones. Here's another one, and it's Brett Webb. He gets his second of the night. Right under the crossbar. They will check the tape. Webb looks like he's been injured here. But subject to confirmation, the Kiwis have posted try number 3. Here we go. They say it's a try. Brett Webb, this adopted Kiwi, gets a double in such a crucial game. 26 gone, and it's New Zealand at 14-4. Roby serves it up. Carvel pops it out the back door. Roby brings so much energy off the bench. He plays it back. Peacock, wearing 10 but playing second row, still going. The captain, someone shut him down. How's he doing this? Finally they pick him up. Never say die attitude from the captain. He's Long. He goes to Wellens. What a tackle. Not a copybook tackle. Soliola. That's how you do it. Long. Wellens. And a little kick in behind the line. They claim the try in the corner. Gareth Rayner says he's got 4 points, but the referee isn't so sure.
And the only thing he perhaps is not too sure about is whether or not, 1, he's onside, and 2, the grounding. We just saw a sign there by Rayner suggesting maybe no.
Oh dear. Dear, oh dear. I'll tell you what, there's been a few TV sets in the north of England that are going to have to be replaced. They've been robbed here for mine. Webb across to Motutoni. Light stepper. He keeps it alive. Pritchard. Webb. A dummy. A flick. A standing start. Wiki. He takes the tackle. 3 involved in that one. Right in front of the crossbar. They come to the right. Jones running the show. Mary. He took a pounding.
Great tackle by Long over the top.
This is a big set defensively for Great Britain. Jones with the kick. Into the in goal. A bouncing ball. And New Zealand claim a try. They'll check the tape. Fortune favours the brave. But it looks like the Kiwis have got another one. Jones keeping that scoreboard ticking over here in Wellington. And the fans, they are getting excited at 22 points to 4.
Hand out of there.
Wiki. He goes to Brett.
Hands clear.
As a Tarzi with his boarding pass in hand as Kalis keeps it going with Jones and Pritchard. Here's it over. Here's a try. Here's the knockout blow. And it's Vatuvai. Manu Vatuvai, the new father, celebrates the birth of a baby girl this week. He gets a try. And they get another one. And the Lions, they are being carved up. And the Kiwis, they have one eye on the Tri Nations final at 26-4. Jones, just the one miss tonight. And there's the icing on the cake. He adds another one. The Lions staring down the barrel here. Roby stalking the sideline. Sean Long links up with Price. He's been relatively quiet here tonight, but now he cuts loose and will score. Forget about the chase. He can motor, and he gives the Lions a glimmer of hope. Leon Price coming up with the try, providing we get the all clear from the 2 men upstairs here at the Cake Tin. They are earning their keep tonight, the 2 video referees. No try. No try. Leon Price is denied. The Lions are denied. They are not getting the rub of the green here tonight, it must be said. 10 metres out. They are lined up. Both sides. Jones on the right. Kidwell turning and passing. Vanganar is upended and dumped. Big time. Jones. A kick. Off the crossbar. Ruben Wiki scores a freakish try. My goodness. They will remember this on Remembrance Day for a long, long time to come. Jones, he's had some sitters tonight. Not that he's complaining, nor the fans. It's a rejuvenated Kiwis here. We are witnessing it 34-4 against the Lions. Inside the final 60 seconds. The Lions want to salvage something from this wreck. Long has the blind side. The ball has gone. Well, it's deflected off a couple of players. Senior's got it. It comes back to Roby. He's stepping and weaving and offloading. Now a kick has been launched. And what a take that was. Super take. catch it was, going up high, Soliola.
Rock solid Soliola. What can the man not do? He's been fantastic tonight, as he has been all series. That's not easy, falls awkwardly.
Well, who said this series was dead? The Kiwis, just 2 hours ago, they were at long odds to successfully defend their series. But they are a big chance now. Brian Noble is shell-shocked, and why not? 6 tries to 1. They have blitzed Great Britain. 34 points to 4 here in Wellington.
A thumping win for New Zealand, and now Brian Noble's team were up against it once more. Now battered and fatigued, they had to get something from Australia in Brisbane. With star halfback Sean Long having flown home, Great Britain required a massive effort against a Kangaroo side still smarting from the setback in Sydney.
Jamie Peacock takes the Great Britain side out on the Suncorp. First time here since 1999.
Save our gracious Queen, long live our noble Queen. God save our Queen. Sing her victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the
They are ready, there can be no question. The Great Britain squad.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth fertile. Our home is good by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance. Australia
Sivanaseva charges onto it and takes the Kangaroos up to the Great Britain 30-metre line. Peacock was the defender. Now Hindmarsh. He is tackled centre field 25 metres out. Smith takes the Kangaroos to the left. Thurston stumbled as he received the ball. Inglis found himself centre field. Driven to ground by Peacock. Kangaroos with a great chance. Thurston a dummy and then was taken down by Newton. Hock there as well for Great Britain. Lockyer out for Gazdia. Great tackle. Superb tackle on Gazdia by Horn. Last tackle. Lockyer. Left foot kick aimed at the upright. It's there for Hodges. And there's one of the Queenslanders, one of the Broncos, who has scored the first try. It is 4 points to 0. Hodges gets it. Thurston inside the 30. Now they open them up with Hunt. Tackled 20 metres from the line. Look at this Kangaroos machine slip into gear right now. Lockyer out for Gazdia. Gazdia stutters, gets there. Back-to-back tries in back-to-back sets of 6. What a sensational start. And it is 10 points to 0. Gazdia scores the second try. Hodges got the first. Back over to Thurston. 4 metres in from touch. He can ride this kick home. What a start. Thurston's kick. with the swing. He's got it. It's 2 from 2. And it is 12-0 in 9 minutes. Sean Berrigan on for Lockyer, on for Ryan. Gasnier has put it down into the arms of Rayner. Gareth Rayner with the ball. Look at him weave back to halfway, unloads. And with it is Gilmore. He's lost the ball. It's gone 15 metres downfield. Hindmarsh back there, doesn't get to it. Gilmore's chased through. So too is Maguire. Maguire's going to pick it up. Over to the video referee to find out what happened there. He's put it down to score. But what did they ball? Well, the ball went at least 15 metres forward.
Now does Thurston make a grab of that? He's got his arm on the ball. You would have to assume he rips it.
Yeah, he's played at it.
But I don't think he could rip it 15 metres. I think the English players also had something to do with it.
Well, I think the swinging, the momentum of the turn, no, he's played at that. This should be play on. Jonathan Thurston has dispossessed the number 16. Don't worry about how far it's gone. He's played at the football.
Well, it's 18 metres, Sterlo. To be exact, it's gone 18 metres downfield.
And how well has Lee Gilmore done to chase through, force the kick, and then Danny Maguire comes through from what we would believe is an onside position. It has to come back to the Thurston incident as to whether this is a try or not. And from what I've seen, I think that he has been instrumental in the ball leaving the grasp of the ball carrier.
But it looks as though we're going to get a try.
It's a world record strip, and it is a try. We break Test Match Rugby League on Channel 9. It's 12-4.
The Australians come wide through Lockyer again, and overlap is created, but Rayner does well to come up and get Gasnier, who offloads to Lockyer.
Lockyer almost lost the shorts, was tackled there by Morley and by Fielden. Kangaroos in possession, outside the 40. Thurston to centre field, dummy! Thurston through! Thurston tries to step Wellens, back to Brent Kite, and Wellens got 2 for the price of 1. He tackled Thurston, he tackled Kite. Lockyer, Thurston's there again, there's 2 of them. Now just 3 metres from the line, the last tackle. Hodges, not a good ball on the bounce to Lockyer. Lockyer straightens up, he looks to make something of it. O'Mealy's with it, kept it alive, Hunt's over, Hunt's got it down.
Last tackle.
Simpkins wants to check it with video referee Chris Ward. May have just been a bobble at the end from Carmichael Hunt.
Well, the reaction from the players is very positive. Paul Simpkins was in great position to call on this, but he's still opted to go upstairs just to make sure.
There's the decision. We'll take a break on Channel 9. Hunt, the Kangaroos' 3rd try scorer. By the way, Carmichael Hunt, the try scorer, turned 20 yesterday. So Inglis, the lone teenager in the test side. Thurston successful again. He's 3 from 3. It's 18 points to 4. $15 away. Lockyer, switch for Thurston. Thurston inside there was Inglis. The crowd get to the edge of their seats when they see the 5, the yellow 5 on the back of the Australian jumper. O'Mealy wrap around there with Lockyer. That's too easy. The Kangaroos captain scores straight after half-time. It's now an absolute disaster. Thurston, and back with Kite. Kite got away from Ellis that time. Played really well tonight, Manly front rower. He was slow in playing at that time. Berrigan for Hindmarsh. Thurston looking dangerous right side. Lockyer out to Gasnier. Gasnier's got Tate outside. Puts the foot down. Now to Brent Tate. Great tackle on Tate by Gareth Rayner. Exciting rugby league, and Gareth Rayner, well, you pulled off a miracle. Kite's picked up the ball. And Peacock, the Great Britain captain, it's his effort that has got him there. Newton with Horn and Peacock. He's been great again for them tonight, the captain of the Lions. Gee, he works hard and he's skillful as well. They attack down the left. Gareth Hock, great pass for Senior. Senior will score for Great Britain. And Gareth Hock, first time in Test football in this series, superb. 22-8.
Paul Wellens now stepping up and is successful.
Wellens gets it. It's 22-10. It's 2 converted tries. Hindmarsh, Thurston, Inglis, centre field. Horn was there with Roby and Wilkin. 5 metres inside the Great Britain half. They run straight this time with Ryan. That gets them a little closer. Lockyer can kick him from long range as well. Here he is, 35 metres out. Passes out, Kafusi, quick hands, Thurston, Tupou. Unloads for Hodges, he comes back in field. Tries to stand up Peacock. Last tackle. Thurston can also nail them, don't worry about that. Lockyer though gets in position. Lockyer's with it, here goes the shot. Darren Lockyer, the King of Brisbane. The King of Brisbane has done it. You may as well call him the King of Queensland. Sorry to Wally Lewis. A break on Channel 9 at 23-10. It was 12-0 after 9 minutes. Since that time, you could say 11-10. Somehow Leon Price, they've worked a miracle and got him back out there. Kafusi, good pass for Hunt.
Well, it's too late. He was needed 10 minutes ago, Leon Price. Not now when they trail by 2 men. Here's Gasnier. Almost straight up the middle, but wonderful tackle from Raby. Quick play the ball. Thurston.
On to Tupou. Anthony Tupou's over. A try at Test football for the young rooster. 27-10. That's a wonderful moment for this young fella.
It is so often Anthony Tupou throwing the nice ball. Wonderful ability at attracting defenders and offloading in traffic.
Thurston's kick, 23 metres out. He's getting a lot of swing on him tonight. Gets that one over. Great Britain 15 metres from the Kangaroos goal line. Gareth Hock, Peacock, hit by Kafusi, kept alive for Maguire. Then it goes on the fingertips of Price and tackled well by Hodges. 30 seconds remain inside the final 30 seconds of the Great Britain campaign. Peacock close to the line, their captain. He's been the best on tour. Jamie Peacock. Last tackle and last play of the test. Roby, Horn, out for Wellens, out for Senior, batted along, Rayner with it, he comes centre field, Gareth Rayner with the ball, points, now he kicks, knocked down by Thurston, picked up by Hindmarsh, he doesn't want game over, Smith away to Lockyer, what about this? Lockyer back for Hunt, Hunt will kick downfield, Tate's getting through, Tate will pick it up, he's inside the 20, Brent Tate for the corner, oh my goodness! Oh, what about that? What the hell was that? That may be one of the most incredible tries you have ever seen. The 81st minute of play. It started with razzle-dazzle from Great Britain. It's been finished by Brent Tate. That is absolutely amazing.
Well, the crowd love it. They are on their feet. Just the finish that they desired. And the Australian team are a perfect advertisement for playing the full 80 minutes. That time they went a little bit longer. The crowd, and there's still a big crowd left, are willing this through the posts.
33-10, Thurston again. Oh, just misses. No one wants to go home. 33-10.
joined by Adrian Morley, and Miles, probably the first 10 minutes really hurt you, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. We didn't start great, and you can't give a side Australia a 12-point start and expect to win, but I thought after the initial 10 minutes we got into it and we competed pretty well, but the damage was done.
Now, what did you think of your game in general, your last game in Australia, Miles?
Hopefully there'll be a few more, but no, disappointing way to finish, but I've had a great time, and the crowd tonight was great. Disappointing, but I enjoyed it still.
What do you miss about Australia, Moz?
Oh, the weather and the beaches.
I say Blackpool's quite good.
That's not bad at all.
That's why, just on behalf of everyone in Rugby League, just want to say, loved your time here, and well done, mate. You did a great one on your ball, right? Well done.
As in 2005, 1 win in 4 was not good enough for the gutsy Great Britain side, and it would be New Zealand taking on Australia in Sydney in the Tri Nations. 12 months earlier in
So here they come, Aussie Stadium, Gillette Tri Nations final. The arch enemies Australia versus New Zealand.
Darren Lockie, first of all, what an incredible game.
Yeah, it was very... Mate, I just... long season, long game tonight. Just glad it's all over.
What about a way to finish the year for you? Putting the ball down to win the Tri Nations final after winning the Origin Series, winning the Grand Final, winning tonight the Golden Boot. You can't do any better. We're doing the replay now of the try. What were you thinking when you're looming up on the look? On behalf of everybody, congratulations. It's been a fantastic year to you, mate. Well done.
Receiving the Gillette Tri Nations trophy from Colin Love, the Golden Boot winner as greatest player of rugby league on the planet. Please welcome Darren Lockyer.
Firstly, I'd like to thank Ruben and his boys. Great game tonight, guys. I know it hurts to lose that way, but you hold your heads up. You played extremely well. I'd also like to thank Great Britain for their contribution to the series. And I'd like to thank a few people, Ricky and his coaching staff. It's been a long 7 weeks, and no one's worked harder than you guys, and we thank you very much for your support. To my boys, unbelievable. You know, it was a long game tonight, long season, but hey, we hung in there, and you know, we got the points, and we all enjoy it. And lastly, I'd just like to thank all the people here tonight. Come and support the game. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.
Well done to Darren Lockyer, the trifecta in 2006. The Gillette Tri Nations trophy.
Not the first trophy that Darren Lockyer has had the honour to lift throughout a stellar season, but none more satisfying than in the green and gold. Australians now crowned the world champions of rugby league, but what a battle.